Coming home in the evening, each day much on my mind. Fast.
Hi there, peace unto you. My name is Rashida Ali and welcome to Rashida TV, a place to be to gain practical tools on how to create tranquility in your heart. This is the first Q&A session on Rashida TV and I'm super excited about it. I've got all your questions coming in and I will be answering them as it comes. Today's question is from Halima, and Halima writes, "Hi Rashida, I love listening to your videos and thanks for all the so on point tips." You're welcome, Halima. My question today is, I find out that it's very difficult for me to tell my husband about my goals and my projects. How can I change this? Because I always want to tell him as his input is always valuable. Thanks for all you do, Halima. Well, Halima, thank you so much for this question. And I just love this question because I can actually relate to this question. I remember when I wanted to start Rashida TV, and I always, whenever I thought about it, like I wanted to tell anyone about it, I just couldn't say it. I couldn't bring it out of my mouth. Why? Because I always thought, what are people gonna say? How is it gonna be? Like maybe my husband is gonna laugh at me, or I just used to think about very negative things. And the only way I was able to combat that is I'm gonna tell you all the tips I use, 4 tips that I used to, and I still use it actually whenever I feel like I want to do something and I'm just feeling that very, that feeling you get when you just don't feel confident and you can't just say whatever you want to say, to people, especially your loved ones that that is so important. So let's get cracking. The first one is sometimes, if you don't feel confident and you don't feel like you don't really believe in whatever goal or whatever project you want to do, you might find it really hard to actually talk about it. So if you don't believe in it yourself, then you're not going to be able to have that super excitement to talk about it to somebody else. So the best thing to do is sit down and think about it, like, this goal, is it ecological to me? Is it something that, goes with my beliefs or my idea, my family lifestyle? Is this something that I really enjoy doing? Because if you don't actually love what you want to do, you wouldn't feel confident, you wouldn't believe in it. And it's only if you believe in it that you will feel that, excitement and that, that zeal to tell anyone about it. So it's very important to just, write it down, try and plan, write a plan about the steps you're going to take, what are the things that might go wrong, and just kind of have a plan in your head. And once you do it and these are the ways and the things I can do, then you feel like really excited and what is going to happen, and you feel confident to tell someone else about it. Another reason why some of us might not feel confident in telling other people about our project is that sometimes it might be the person you want to talk to about this project. You might have had an experience before where you've told them about the project and they probably didn't support you, or they laughed at you, or they looked at you and thought, oh, what stupid thing are you talking about? So if you have that feeling already, you wouldn't want to tell them about any other project you want to do. So how can you sort that out? Like, it's nice to just sit them down and actually tell them how you feel. Like, just say, oh, the last time I told you about my project, like, I don't like the way you talked about it, or I don't like the response you gave me, or you didn't support me. Just let them know how you're feeling, and let them understand that it's actually affecting you in order to say any other thing to them. Another reason will be sometimes, some of us are people that you want to achieve something first, like you want to get to a significant stage before you talk about whatever project you have, before you tell anyone about it. So that's okay, and if that's the kind of person you are, it's not a bad thing. But another way to look at it is, if you think that this person that I want to talk to about, probably someone you trust, if I tell them about it, whatever they tell me, I can actually use it before I get to a significant stage. So that process, maybe in the beginning, there might be tips that you can get from that person that would actually help you do much better things and maybe have a better project. And that way, if you think about it that way, then it would help you to feel confident to tell them about it in the initial stage. And like I said, you know, it's someone that you trust and someone you know that whatever they say would actually be useful for you. Next one is, sometimes in our lives we might be in a stage whereby we feel that we want to have a sense of responsibility. We want to feel, you know, in control of whatever decisions we make. So if you are in that situation, I would say it's a good place to be. And you know, it's a yes. If you feel that's the way I am now, then you can go ahead with that. But another way to look at it is, if you are not very good at that particular project or that field, and you might feel like so you might actually gain more by asking someone who is knowledgeable in that field, and they might be able to give you, you know, better tips. But you will always be in full control. You will be the one to make the final decision. So, but it's just getting tips from other people. So at least it helps you to probably get a better idea of and a better picture of whatever project you want to do. So Halima, this is my A to your Q, and these are the tips that I've used. So whenever I start to feel that thing ringing in my head and telling me, oh, you know what, don't say it to anyone, and you know, and just that self-doubt sometimes, and I just go through this process and I try and see which one am I feeling, which one is disturbing me. Now it's your turn. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to know what tips you're using whenever you feel like you can't talk about your projects or your goals to other people. You know, please leave a comment below. Did you like this video? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and please share with your friends and families. Remember, having tranquility in your heart is the key ingredient to having a successful and a happy life. Thank you so much for watching, and God willing, I'll catch you in the next episode of Rashida TV.
Coming home in the evening, each day much on my mind. Fast pace of living in the West with such little time.